If you're dealing with autoimmune symptoms, you might feel like you've tried everything. You might have tried nutritional changes and different diets and different supplements, but what if the foods that you're eating are actually making things worse? What if there are certain foods that are triggering your autoimmune flare-ups and certain foods that you could bring into your diet that would calm your autoimmune flare-ups? And this is where the Autoimmune Protocol or AIP diet comes in. So stick with me because this could be one of the missing pieces that you need to stop your flare-ups and start living life again without having to worry about your flare-ups. Okay, so let's jump into this. I want to talk all about the AIP diet or the Autoimmune Protocol and give you an understanding of what it is, how it works, and how it might benefit you. So you've probably heard all about the AIP protocol, but maybe you're not sure what it is or why everybody in the autoimmune community is talking about it. So the AIP diet is a really powerful tool, and this is because it's a targeted approach that's designed specifically for people who have autoimmune disease. It's an elimination and reintroduction protocol that helps to reset your immune system by removing specific foods that can contribute to leaky gut, which if you watched any of my other videos, you know all about how leaky gut can contribute to autoimmune disease. So we don't want leaky gut. So we want to remove specific foods that are going to contribute to leaky gut, but also the foods that we remove in the autoimmune protocol contribute to an immune response. And here's the thing, when you're struggling with autoimmune diseases like Hashimoto's or rheumatoid arthritis or even psoriasis, then your immune system is on overdrive and it's attacking healthy tissue by mistake. And this is what happens when we have an autoimmune disease, right? And the AIP diet focuses on removing common triggers so that your body can calm down and heal and reset. It's really a game changer for autoimmune disease because it allows your immune system to kind of take a breather. And you're essentially creating an environment in your body where inflammation can go down and you can finally experience some relief. And that is so exciting when that happens. So I want you to kind of picture the AIP diet as a really strategic way to support your body from the inside out. And we do this by focusing on nutrient-dense anti-inflammatory foods like high quality meats and fish and healthy fats and plenty of vegetables. And by doing this, you're giving your body the tools that it needs to repair and rebuild. So as I mentioned before, the AIP diet has two phases, and these are elimination and reintroduction. So I want to go over these phases so that you have a better understanding of them. And I want you to really understand that there are two phases because some people tend to think that there's just one phase, and that's elimination, and that the AIP diet just focuses on eliminating and restricting foods. But that's not the case. So let me give you a breakdown of exactly how this diet works. We're going to start with the elimination phase. This phase is designed to temporarily remove foods that are known to trigger inflammation and worsen autoimmune symptoms. And the goal here is really to, again, reduce the stress on your immune system and give your body the chance that it needs to heal. And I want to give you a quick overview of some of the foods that you'll be eliminating just so that you have an idea. So these would be grains like wheat and rice and corn, dairy, legumes like beans and lentils and peanuts, nightshades like tomatoes and peppers and eggplants, highly processed foods, and really anything that contains artificial additives, nuts and seeds, eggs, refined sugars, and oil. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, and I'm sure that it could feel a little overwhelming to hear that big long list of foods that you need to take out. But the key for you is to think of this phase as temporary. This is a temporary phase. You're not cutting most of these foods out forever. And remember, the goal here is really to give your immune system a break and to calm down the inflammation in your body, since again, so many of these foods can irritate your gut or trigger an immune response. And again, that's what we want to avoid here. And when your gut lining is compromised, it leads to increased intestinal permeability or leaky gut, which can worsen your autoimmune symptoms. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about when I say leaky gut, go ahead and watch this video, and that'll give you a much better understanding of how leaky gut impacts your autoimmune disease. So what are some of the benefits that you can expect from the elimination phase? After a few weeks of being on the elimination phase, many of the women that I work with start to notice less bloating and digestive issues, and fewer skin flare-ups, reduced joint pain, and the big one that they really love is more stable energy levels, because we all need more energy, right? We're all doing all of the things, and it's really not helpful when we feel constantly fatigued when we're dealing with our autoimmune flare-ups. So this phase, this elimination phase, is really about giving your body the space that it needs to heal. And we usually stay in the elimination phase for about 30 to 90 days. And it's really important for you to listen to your body and to give yourself enough time before moving on to the next step. So how long you stay in the elimination phase really depends on your body, your symptoms, and how your body is responding. Now, once you calm your immune response and you heal your gut and you start feeling better and you start noticing less symptoms, then it's time to move on to the reintroduction phase. Now, the reintroduction phase is where you start to slowly and really strategically add foods back in, and we do this one at a time. So here's how it works. There's a very specific order for reintroducing foods, and I'm not going to go over each food in this video, but the first food that we are going to reintroduce would be egg yolks. And the way that you would do that is you would eat a small portion of the egg yolk, and you would test how your body responds to that food over the course of about 3 to 7 days. And what really helps during this time period is to keep a food journal, a food and symptom journal, so that you can really focus on, am I noticing anything? I've reintroduced this food that I've cut out. Am I noticing anything, any symptoms? And when I talk about symptoms, this could be digestive upset, skin issues. Maybe you're noticing your skin suddenly breaking out. Maybe you're noticing more fatigue or headaches. So there's a whole range of symptoms that you could experience if your body is not tolerating that food. And if you do notice some of these symptoms, you want to make a note of it in your journal. We recognize that maybe this is not the best food for your body right now. Maybe we can try reintroducing it later. But if you don't have any symptoms, that's really exciting because that's kind of your body giving you a green light to reintroduce that food and start eating it again, which is always the more foods that we can bring back into the diet, the better, right? The goal here with the AIP diet is to have the most expansive, diversified diet possible, not a really tiny restricted diet, right? Now, one of the biggest benefits of the reintroduction phase is that it's all about personalization, and you really get to learn which foods work best for your body and which ones might be triggering flare-ups. And this gives you so much control and confidence on how you eat moving forward. So you really create your own very personalized diet that's tailored just to you and to your body, that you know that when you're eating that diet, you're not going to experience flare-ups. You're not going to experience symptoms. And that can change over time. Your diet, what your body can tolerate, can change over time. But just having that information, I know for my clients who I've worked with and gone through the AIP diet with, it's been super helpful for them because then they're not just guessing, right? They're not just saying, oh, well, I'm noticing these symptoms. It could have been this. It could have been that. They know exactly, okay, when I eat corn, I get joint pain, right? That's so helpful. If this type of personalized diet sounds like it would be really helpful for you, go ahead and click the like button. Now, I know that starting the AIP diet on your own can feel totally overwhelming. And I get it. It's because there's so much information out there. You might read one website and it tells you one way to do it. You might read another blog post and it tells you another way to do it. If you don't have the right guidance, it's going to make you feel really confused, and it's very easy to make mistakes on this diet. And go ahead and type yes in the comments below if this diet sounds really overwhelming to you. It'll help me to make content for you in the future so I know what you're interested in learning more about. But this kind of overwhelm really is why I recommend working with a practitioner while doing the AIP diet, because the AIP diet is not a one-size-fits-all. There are guidelines that you need to follow while doing this diet, but every single person I've worked with and I've walked through this diet with has had certain things that have come up that we've had to troubleshoot. And it really helps having somebody who is skilled and has been trained in this approach to walk you through it and say, oh, this is what's happening. And just remember, everyone's autoimmune journey is really unique, and this is because your body's unique, right? Your health history is unique, and your body might react differently to reintroducing certain foods, or even just certain foods that are on the elimination phase than somebody else's body might. I had a client who was having a rash and we didn't know what was happening. She was on the elimination phase. She was doing all the things she should be doing. And she had eliminated all the food she was supposed to eliminate, but this rash started and we really had to do a lot of troubleshooting to narrow down what was going on. She thought maybe it was a supplement, and it turned out that she had a sensitivity to cassava, which is an AIP friendly food, but her body did not react well to cassava. So once she stopped with the cassava, she realized, okay, I'm not having this response anymore. So this is where, again, working with a practitioner can be super helpful. And it's also important to remember that you want the AIP diet to fit into your lifestyle and not the other way around. Because let's be real, life is busy. We have careers, we have families, we have social lives, we have all these responsibilities. So if you need a plan that works for you and not just another restrictive one-size-fits-all diet, I want you to know that you don't have to go through this alone. If you have a plan and you have support, you can start feeling better and take back control of your life. Now, if you're hearing this and you're like, Jen, I feel ready, I feel I need to do something, what can I do? I would love for you to join me for my online live Flare Up Freedom Blueprint workshop. You can join this workshop from your living room, you can join it from your office, wherever you are, because it's online, but it's live and I will see you, we'll be face to face, and I will teach you my healing framework that I use in my signature one-on-one autoimmune harmony program with my clients. And the best thing is that you're going to walk away from this 2-hour workshop with your own personalized blueprint that we will build together during the workshop. And this is going to give you all the tools that you need to start managing your flare-ups effectively. We're going to go over all the steps that you need to take to stop your flare-ups so that you can start living your life again with happiness and joy and not worrying about your flare-ups. And this is a great opportunity, especially if you're not sure if you're really ready for a one-on-one program, and it's under $100. So I want you to go ahead and click on the link in the description box below and you can grab your ticket now, and I can't wait to see you there. I hope that this video helped you to understand what the AIP diet is and what a powerful tool that it is that can help you to heal your leaky gut and reduce your flare-ups so that they're more manageable. And I really think that it's an essential step when you're working towards autoimmune remission. And I want you to remember that when you're taking these steps to feel better, the key is to be patient and to listen to your body, right? It's not about perfection. And with the AIP diet, it's really about finding the foods that will help you to thrive while avoiding those that are going to trigger flare-ups. Healing your gut and calming your immune system takes time, but every step forward is a closer step to feeling better. In the next video, I'm going to give you 5 actionable steps that are going to make the AIP diet doable for high-performing women like you who are balancing work and family and your flare-ups. This video is jam-packed with helpful information that you need to know that you can start implementing immediately. So don't forget to subscribe so that you will know as soon as that video is available.